What's up, everyone? We should be live now, and there's a monthly arena going on Lee Chess. I'm very much late joining. You see, I'm 2500th in the arena. Oh, wait, what just happened to my window? Hang on. Can you guys see? Oh, that's small. That's also wrong. Alright, wait, give me a second here. Why can't you see? Window capture. Okay, alright. You know what? We'll just fix this. We'll just do this. There's my game. Alright. 45 knight c3. Let's play bishop c5 like we like to do against Vienna's. g3. I'll fix the board in a moment. What to do? Just play d6. So bishop here, got it on the other side of this door. This is how I like to set up personally. I'll play a6 now, so that knight a4, I can keep my bishop. So I love this bishop. Huge fan of it. So I go there, I play d6 to as soon as I got it there. And now knight a4, I don't want that knight to be able to trade off, so I keep this square available. Now I assume f4 is coming, and this bishop is very well positioned against f4. My other option is to play this with like f5. I think the downside of f5 is that I might be helping my opponent out. I could play this with h5. Okay, let's play it with f5 though. I think a few options were reasonable. I think bishop g5 seems like what they want to do. Play h6 against that. Alternatively, I'll just maybe support my pawn so the bishop g5 and knight d5 is not so bad. Here. Maybe just taking it now. Knight takes is interesting. Yeah, it was better than I gave it credit for. What's up, Adomus? My favorite English-speaking chess streamer. That's quite high praise. Thank you so much. Who is your favorite all-language chess streamer? Yang Yan is crushing so hard. I love to hear that. I cannot claim credit for that line, but I love to hear it. Let's go knight f5 here. I'm not sure, like, my opponent had a very simple setup that they played pretty nicely. I want now knight e3. I think this is a good trade. Bishop e3 is always interesting, you know, because you want to land the knight there, but it doesn't actually carry a threat behind it. I mean, there's a lot of moves I'm considering. Let's play this with knight e3. No, you know what? Let's bring out our... Yeah, let's play this knight e3. So that we have something to show for it. Now fe5, presumably. And I'll just trade on f1. Forgot about bishop b1. I know the line you're talking about. I do know the line you're talking about. With the where after queen takes a2. Takes queen b3, I think is what they're going for. Gotta be careful about this. H8 and f7. Yeah, got to be a bit careful. I think I should go with queen e7. It's not obvious how to proceed here because fe5. This bishop d5 checked. Yeah, my lack of development is showing. I can go here. There is no fe5. fe5 hangs the knight. So queen b3 here is fine, I think. Yeah, it hangs the knight, right? It just hangs this knight. Do I want to take like this? I mean, it would have been strong to open up another hit on f7. This I still have to be careful because rook f1 is going to come, but no, I don't want that. Bishop d5 is a good move. So, still have to be careful here. Queen should go here, most likely. Unless bishop f5 cannot be played, so. Alright, don't get mated. This really should have developed. They have more compensation than you'd think. Bishop e6, this hangs. It's kind of consequential, actually. So, I can just recapture safely. I really want to develop. It's a problem. Back rank, all this stuff. Like, obviously I can't take the knight. What is my next move? I got another move. It's just h6, presumably. Still, a light square doesn't mean I'm not. I'm in the clear. Okay, this is helpful though. Blocking that. That was a good inclusion. Not that I'm sure what they should have done, but that was useful for me. Now what? This will probably be good. Queen takes b7, rook b8. The mouse pointer speed. It keeps getting... Oh my god. Every time I turn off the computer, the mouse comes... I gotta deal with those settings. Okay. Okay, this is what I wanted, right? Just for some sort of freedom. Again, maybe just h6 was better, but it's good to have freedom. And I'm not getting mated on the back rank. So... I just want to play h6. Might be more problem like h6, h5 they're going to play, and then I'll have to deal with this. So knight d5, but now I want to get you... Takes, queen e2. Probably going to come here. I couldn't play rook b8, of course. But can I play like knight... No, if I play like knight b8, then like any knight move, no. I should do this. How do I get them? So they're going to go somewhere. e5, knight f6, knight g4. No, we should move this. So... I mean, like, unless I wanted to repeat, which I didn't. If just here... I'm actually not sure what my plan is. If just here... What am I doing? Bishop e6, maybe? No, that's obviously stupid. Now can I try it? I had queen g4 last turn, which forced the trade, because it also threatened to take all this. Not a lot of time. Oh, they want to trade. Okay. No, I think they could have played this much more dangerously. Now we just need to be fast. I don't know. Something like this. We're just up a piece here. Should be, anyway. Rook takes g2. Would be good. No. Oh, check. That's gonna be annoying. Yeah, some more checks to deal with. My mouse feels not great somehow. Oh, this is very good. It's very good. We got him on that discovery. Just come clean house. These are all safe pre-moves. Bishop was hanging. No. Oh my god. Okay, let's do this a little better. There, now the rook's protected. Don't. Stalemate. We're good. We are good. Okay. Tough one. Alright. And a tough opening game for an arena that I thought was huge and I wouldn't be playing too many very, very strong players. Let's share the link in the stream. Boom. Get notified. Okay. It's also, this is another Vienna. Second straight Vienna I'm facing. Also, I'm not sure why this is a different size now. Let's fix the size here. Oh, wait. Ah. That's better. What was going on there? Okay. Another Vienna. What's up, everyone? Domus, Freestyle, Horror Ravioli. Can't see the ratings of my opponents. Here you go. Yeah, he was 21, high 21s? No. I'll fix it later. Bishop e3 so early is a little strange. I guess I never spent a tempo playing a6. I mean, I have a lot of options. d6 is fine. But what I'm going to do is takes. I guess they want a long castle. I'll go here and maybe look at d5. I never played d6. I never played anything else. Let's try to strike. Yeah, why not? Okay. I guess they had plotted for this. This looks compelling. Makes this bishop look pretty stupid. Now that this pawn will now be here forever. I'll go with knight takes. They're playing like this is prep, but there's no way this is prep. I mean, I don't want to help them. I don't want to help you. Go here, attack b2. Seems annoying. I will take it. Otherwise, I want to stop your castling. So, like, c3, queen b6 I'll play. I want to stop your castling. Ooh, holes. Swiss cheese. Your rook's hanging. Can't go queen d2. Yeah, light square bishop with light square pawns all over the place. Not a good recipe. There's half the squares on the chessboard you're not covering. Unfortunately, I have also a light squared bishop, so we're going to try to see how to get through. And my knight, to get to a dark square, needs access to a light square, which I don't have. So f5 is going to be the big break. Oh, I do have access to this square. I just need to be careful, because knight e2, I have access to that square as long as the queen can't take g4. So, knight g4 takes, bishop takes. That's probably a good continuation, honestly. Knight g4 takes, bishop takes, knight e2, bishop takes e2, king takes e2, and f5. Possible. Because knight e2 is inevitable at the moment. And it's kind of annoying. Alright, not necessary, but I like it. Otherwise, knight e3, you can't allow that. You should take it. And my point is, I want the files to open for my rook. So I want like f5 to happen. Playing Kramnik style. What does that mean? Clarify what you mean by that. Clicking instead of dragging. Oh, clicking. Oh, instead of like dragging, I click and I click. Do I do that? I'm actually not even conscious of that much playing Gambit style. Should I take this? King takes f5. I could. Or I could play queen c5 and maybe just play f5 next. Both are good. I think the worst thing you can do here is spend a lot of time on that decision. Let's just go back, come back queen c5. So, not that this was a great piece, but I just wanted f5. So if I play bishop h5 now, I think g4 kind of shuts down my big idea. I could move. Again, g4. I am skeptical of that. I can come in. Alright, let's take it. It's not like... Oh, I can play f5 now. Takes fe4. King e1. Checking here. Okay, let's just be normal. Let's just be normal. Play f5 like this. Gonna get this king. So they spent that tempo with h3, which is a win for me. And we got in our big break. The only way to get to that king, yeah, I need the rook, so I needed to open a file. The d file was fine. I mean, like, I would have had to come around to get to them. This is what I wanted. Now you can imagine takes, rook takes, loses immediately. Well, king e1 also loses immediately for the same reason that I was about to say. I can take e4 first. Oh, I could just go check. Yes, the rook's hanging, so now king f2. If they just took rook takes f5, they had nowhere to go because the queen was here guarding g1. So king e1, queen c3, and the rook falls. Now they need king f2 so that the rook coordinates fe4, king g3. Again, you can't block the rook. Look, doesn't totally... It's not resign immediately. That's how you save winning positions. Don't lose immediately. So queen d4, queen e... Yeah, they have a route there. So I should take it. King g3. I'll go e d3 here. Don't lose immediately. Yeah, I mean, they get here. Queen f4 would be mate, but I can't get there that quickly. I guess... Yeah, queen takes d3. It's okay. Could be worse. Should I have done something better last turn? Pawn takes d3 is shocking. I'll go rook d8. Everybody joins the party. And otherwise, like, okay, I can just be 2 pawns up in an endgame. What's happening after e4 takes? No strong follow-up. Queen d4. I think this is good. So I'm threatening here, so king h2, and then I was just going to go rook f2. Alright, all that for a pawn. All that for a drop of blood. You had to do that. This was going to be checkmate otherwise. You know, like I was saying, queen e4, okay, I'll just trade and win the endgame. Right? Take d1. Take d1 is fine. Take... Somehow I wanted something more clear. This is probably better, but only 20 seconds. Not a lot. No, better was rook d2. I don't know why I didn't do that. Rook d2 is the move. Hit g2. I forced what I wanted to happen. Oh, wow. That's surprising. Okay. Very tied down for g1. Should just be winning a lot of pawns here. Oh my goodness. I wasn't even... That's so frustrating. I didn't even look where the rook went. Okay, stupid. I need to... whoa, wait. Oh my god. My mouse just went crazy. Okay. Okay, this is better. Wait, is that better? I don't like that, actually. Okay, this should be fine. Oh well. That was obviously poor time management for a change. What's up, Mr. Bader? Horror Ravioli? Oh, yes, you guys wanted to see the ratings of my opponents. Wait. Whoa, I'd have to shrink this. Make this part a little bigger. There we are. G6 and E6 is not consistent, and I think the best way to punish that is with like an E5 and 84 kind of situation. And I think striking quickly, like, you should choose one or the other. Even now, like bishop F3, queen F3, queen D4, which typically works to grab this pawn, the knight just hangs at the end of that line because the bishop is not there to defend it. So now this is just doubled pawns and holes all over the place. 84 presumably. It's not like I want to help them with CD5. So pawn on E5 and then 84, that's a great pattern. Just the knight jumping into that square the pawn was just that, and pawns in front of knights is just also very good because he can't be attacked, and also helps really control these squares to hop into. For example, now bishop G7, knight D6 is a problem. Pin is annoying. I do want to hit F7. Should I start with bishop G5? Maybe. Queen moves. Knight D6. Let's just jump knight D6. Okay, I mean, I had to, or else they were going to castle. I mean, also, like, just grabbing this pawn in D4 just to be up a solid pawn. Certainly an option. And further, the king was not out of range here. Like, if my knight was here, just queen E1, bishop G5, queen H4, strong stuff. Use the F6 square, or knight on G5 to attack. This is very good, though, because the pressure on F7 builds. In fact, last turn, I missed probably takes, and then knight G5 with check. Knight G5 with check, and double check means bishop F5 isn't an option. So double check, and then I would take the bishop, right? Okay, now what happened? Knight B6 is not the best, probably. Pressure overwhelms here. I guess their plan was this. It's hard to recommend something for black in this position. Queen E1 just got out of the way of this and generated a lot of problems. Now knight G5, most direct route. Just everybody there. And yeah, tough for black. Tough for black. Yeah, I mean, that quick... They played G6 and E6, right? Bishop only needs one of those. Bishop only needs one of those. Let's take it. Leave this schmancy knight there. Okay, G4 was also compelling. I don't know if it did anything. I could throw this in. Okay, maybe this was actually a better option. Takes, I have G4. Pinning the bishop. Queen F7 is probably their best option. Nope. Not that I had to do that. Let's go G4. Do I have better? I'll just go G4. Mate. Mate. Nice. Covering all the squares. Yeah, so nice one there. Yeah, they played G6 and E6, which made the dark squares very vulnerable, right? I understand they want to stop f5, but honestly, like, you can't just be focused on one idea when I've got, like, a nice structure like this. I've got a few ideas, so you gotta just do stuff that's useful in all cases. e6 here, yes, it's stopping f5, but I'll just go to my other idea now, e5, that now the dark squares become very, very vulnerable now that you put all these guys on light squares, and you haven't developed that guy yet. 84 jumping in, and this is already a disaster for black. Okay, GG. Got back on track there. My donations aren't showing up. You just dropped some money twice with no effect. Oh, I do actually... Well, thank you so much. That is my bad. Hang on. I'll figure that out later. But shout out to you. I do see that actually in Streamlabs. I can confirm. So thank you so much, Adamus. Yes. Oh. We have a bush gas accepted. Oh my god. Wait, this is so rare that this happens. Let's go. Let's go. We have a bush gas fully accepted. Oh man, they're taking everything. So 95. Wow, I'm so excited to review this after. 95. I mean, this is all the stockfish top moves, but we love this line. Okay, king e3. King e3. You'd think I remember. Where should the queen go? e7, f6, or h4? You would think I would know. Presumably here. This seems attractive to come to d4. This seems attractive to come to, like, f2. Seems... all of them seem good. This I would come here. Okay, let's go queen e7. I'll just kind of want to take their queen, right? Oh, this is fun. This is so much fun. All of them would have been good. Queen f6. Somehow compelling to me. Okay, their king's running all over the place. I kind of want a castle. What do we got? Check. Where are you going? Not back. Okay, where are you going after check? Where are you going? Here. I can come get the queen. So they're going over there, but now I have d5. I mean, that has to be good. d5? I mean, I blocked this. Poor king. I also had knight f2, winning the queen. How do we mate, though? What do we got? Check. And mate. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, it's forced mate. What a game. Oh, no, wait. That's not checkmate. Check there. Knight c5. King c3. Wait, not quite checkmate. Here. There. Wait, okay, let's do this. Check here. And bishop. Where's the mate? Check here, check here. Here. There we go. What? That was not right at all. There was... Here they even had d4. Something went wrong. What a game. Let me have a look at this. Okay. Alright, for future reference. For future reference. Okay, wait. I want to look at the game and then I'll talk about this opening. So, this was all theory for me, and then king e3, I'm sure I have this in the original video. I'll talk about the first 7 moves in a moment. Okay, okay, queen e7 was wrong. Looking at this, queen f6 is the strongest. Queen e7, they have this continuation. It's all about giving the queen back. So check. I understand why they wanted to get out of the way. Oh, because they have rook e1. They're not giving the queen. They're not giving the queen. They're trading the queen. Oh. But with queen f6, I mean, it's just craziness because we got threats all over the place. If you just take the rook, let's say. Okay, check. Oh, you know what? I did know this mating pattern. I did. Bishop takes d5, and now the bishop covers the square, crisscrossing to checkmate. And otherwise, I mean, you gotta be careful. Here, you'll run them out of squares eventually, because it's like they can't go back, right? Like, they don't have access here at all, and they can't block. So, like, most things should end in mate, even if you do it a little bit wrong, like I did. So queen f6. Right, so otherwise they need to take away this queen f2, which is drawing them up. But then you have check here, which would be really nice because you should be able to take this guy with check. Crazy stuff. Okay. In the game, so queen f6 is the move. Queen f6 is the move if they come up king e3. King e3 is not a common one. It is not a common one. You see my score is black here. Yeah, king g1, king e1, king e3 played 15% of the time. Okay, wow, wild game. So king e3, I played queen e7. So we both missed this idea, because it looks strong, because like we're trying to take the queen. It's not obvious what you do about that. But if you do it right, like something like rook e1 to prepare for that, yeah, then it should just be a queen trade. And I'm already down like a piece and a pawn, or just a piece. Just a piece. I got one pawn when I sacrificed this. Okay, so queen e7, king f3 played, which, yeah, this should give me, like, a lot of stuff that works, because it steps right into the path of this pin, and now things should be pretty good. Like, we're down a piece, yes, but they have no development here. And also, like, their king. So this is fun stuff. Going with check, king g4, check. Alright, and I should have done this much, much better from here. First problem was that I thought this was mate, but I didn't realize, like, the king could keep running. Like, I thought in ac5, but the king could keep running. So, that was the issue. Yeah, no reason why you shouldn't just start with queen takes f7. That kind of makes a lot of just intuitive sense. Otherwise, okay, there's some complicated checkmating lines. You gotta run them down. Ah, I see this. So it's here, king 3, check, here. Oh, no. Rather, check, here, check. Now we have the d4 square cleared. So, like, check, here, check. And then you can chase them all the way that way. You can chase them all the way that way. Yeah, because they can never go back and they can never block once you got the queen coming across like that. But and the knights, I mean, I love just how they're operating together in that line, like jumping around, controlling all the squares. In the game we had here, queen f6. So, okay, we had to repeat moves once because I didn't do this right the first time. Bishop f5, this was all consistent. So, I mean, we're just bringing in pieces and just, like, being like, yeah, this should probably work. This should probably work. I think this move was actually pretty stubborn by my opponent because they create that square. However, I can just take away that square and I'm checkmating. Something should work here. And in a lot of lines, like, the knight should just be able to make a discovered attack to win the queen somehow. But we're going for checkmate because I also don't have a lot of time. So I go knight c5, double check. King keeps running. Just keep throwing checks. Something will stick. Something will stick. I guess the king takes c5. Yeah, because I guess if they go here... Okay, I can just force this issue. They can get mated here, right? I mean, because right, you can never go backwards when you have all these guys. So it takes... This was a big mistake because it allowed d4. It allowed d4, and then suddenly, like, I'm cut off and I'm down so much material. Fortunately, that didn't happen. What I needed was double check either here or here. So double check so there's no d4. Now the queen's coming back, right? So, like, let's say you take this, you come back, and from here, yeah, again, like, as long as you got the queen around, like, there should be some mating pattern. If I can bring the queen right next to the king for a big check like that. Otherwise, I went here. They just took it. They just kept coming forward and forward and forward. But this queen b6 resource saved the day. What a beautiful final position. What a beautiful final position. Oh, the bishop, but also the king controlling d7. This knight staying on f7 the whole time. Wow, wow, wow. What a game. So, yeah, I mean, this line is so fun. This line is so fun. Bushgas Gambit, bishop c5. We offer the pawn not once, but twice, where now it's even worse to give this guy. Knight takes e5. It looks really good for white, because you're attacking f7. You're up a pawn. If they defend f7, then you just play d4. You took a pretty important pawn at that, right? And then you take the whole center. You protect your knight. What could possibly be wrong? Well, the point is we play here knight c6, giving f7 in two different ways. Right? So we're attacking the knight. If you take it, then we get actually a great transposition to the Stafford where they've played this dumb move bishop c4, right? You can imagine, okay, protect the pawn, knight g4, attack here, right? With d takes c6, we got the Stafford capture, right? We have the queen controlling d4, so there's no d4 as a resource, and we got the bishop controlling g4, so the knight can go there. And now attacking f2, classic Stafford ideas. That knight traded off, and we take over here, and we take advantage of that knight being gone in every possible way. A, there's no d4. B, we can come to h4 with our queen. C, we're attacking h2, and we can just win on f2 now, with the queen now making two threats. So this line is completely winning, if white doesn't know what they're doing. The other line that's also fun is bishop takes f7, but we just kind of slide out the way and ask you again what you're going to do about this. The knight is hit, so you got to kind of trade, and d takes e6, and again, a lot of these lines win pretty quickly with the queen getting trapped. And knight takes e4, queen to h4 check. This is all covered in the original video. In the game, knight takes f7 was played, and bishop takes f2 is the only counterpunch, right? I mean, so they just took one pawn, they took another pawn, now they're forking. What could be wrong, right? You just play queen e7, you're just going to be down a rook. However, we have this great move, bishop takes f2. And king f1 is another interesting move, just because king takes f2 allows this with check. So a lot of people go king to f1, where now we just need to play queen e7, but we're still sacrificing stuff and having lots of fun. Bishop comes in, castles, the other rook comes in. We're just going all out against their king, and a lot of these lines end up working pretty well. I mean, you can see kind of maybe my score in this position. Okay, well, it's pretty good. Bishop takes f2. A lot of people dodge this. In the game, king takes f2. Yeah, the best move is king g1. The best move is king g1, and this is mostly what the original video looks at, not trying to threaten mate. But white needs to find a lot of really precise defensive moves, and even then, we're still having fun and attacking in all cases. Yeah, I mean, if you go to the wrong square with your king, you got a lot of options. You go to the wrong square with your king one time, you're going to lose. All right, crazy game here. My opponent was 1279, and we just traded blunders and eventually ended in checkmates like this, which is honestly a classic Bushgas Gambit game. You don't need a super high accuracy score. Oh my god. 38% accuracy. It just needs to be higher than your opponent. Whether you win 98-97 or 38-27. A win is a win. Induce mistakes from your opponent. Alright. Yeah, Lee Chess Tools. Shout out to Lee Chess Tools. Love that. Iron Man 1979. Good luck. Yes, side right. It's in the Discord, the link. You can also just Google Lee Chess Tools and make the Chrome extension. Alapin Gambit. My favorite way to play against the French. Knight b4 is annoying. With that said, at the moment, I would just kind of come back and kick here. I could go this, but it's not really a trade I want to make so much. I would have to deal with 83, so let's just get out the way. Potentially a3, but again, knight b4, I'll just step out the way, and then I'll play a3. If I play c4 here, I guess this, I move, takes, probably pretty annoying. Alright, I'll just play a3, like a normal person. I could play c4, but then I would have to deal with knight takes d4, right? Thing is, with the knight on d5, my queen doesn't have the h4 square, but she might have just a direct route. You are in the way, however. We go queen e1, queen e4. Alright, let's play queen e1. Let's try to stick to our main idea. c4, I just kind of want to make that happen. They're really targeting this. If I play c4 here... Well, this is... They're not really threatening this, because take queen e4. I could start with queen e4, g6, c4 and a7, 8. I mean, that's probably the most effective way to go. So now, with the bishop on f6, I understand what they were trying to do. And I respect it, but... Let's see, 4 and a7... Pressure, somehow. It's going to come right back. Make that trade. Now we've got some holes. So, could just play like knight d2, something simple, right? On ac3. Honestly, this is kind of interesting to play with ac3. I'm happy to go pawn takes c3. I think that knight, yeah, could have bothered me a little bit. Could have hit my queen here, could come to f5. Now we just got that pretty solidly defended. So just gonna slide over with the queen. Maybe you even want to deal with that. And now I'm really looking at these holes. So we'll try to take advantage of it. Make knight in and here. Queen h4 would have set up this. Just queen d8 back. Right, so I mean that covers these things, but also gives me a lot of time to figure out what it is I want to do. I don't know. Knight here would be good. Again with these targets, but it's not easy to get there. Knight g5. Attacks f7. So potentially that's a start. I also want to bring you into the game, but not obvious where. I mean, any slow move, like, I can justify any move in this position, but I'll just go here. h4 made a lot of sense, probably, in retrospect. But I liked also taking away queen f6, even though they were being greedy about that pawn. So knight g5, and again, I'm liking this pawn here. Okay, now I was considering this, but I don't really have a follow-up. H7 doesn't go anywhere. Would be good to be able to play rook f1 in this position. Make that pin. Not an option. So we'll just go in e4. Okay. Knight takes. This is not working. Potentially that was actually maybe a better idea than I gave it credit for, especially if they can finish development. Maybe they can't. So like if I play rook f3 or rook e3. I'm not clear what the threat is. This is... Nope. Don't do that. Okay. You're not clear what the threat is. I mean, bishop f5. Oh, that was not a good move. Queen takes. I have this. So they had to do that. I mean, now this should be good. Now this should be good. What do we got next? It was a lot more trades than I wanted, but rook h3 should be strong. Coming in there. Can cover on e7. I think not by rook, though. That's hanging. But it wasn't obvious what to do, because this was hanging otherwise. Now check. Rook hangs. So king f7 is forced. Oh, rook was hanging. Yeah, but king f7 being forced is pretty ugly. In fact, queen h5, I don't even want to give you that square. And then... not so obvious, actually. Check here. The issue is that they can keep running, right? Maybe I should just take these pawns. Take, and then just give a check. And then I was only down that one pawn. Okay, maybe I can just go with this. Alright, well, interesting game. Probably not the best played on my part. Well, you had these Alapin Gambit. A3 I played it with. Queen e4, attacking h7. This trade should be good. It didn't love knight c3. What do I want, knight d2? Knight d2 or knight c3? Okay. Yeah, I was skeptical. This decision on their part to go f6 and e5 was very smart, because it actually frees this bishop, and now they are controlling both color squares. Whereas before, right, I had said, okay, maybe the dark square is really weak. The bishop's totally jammed in, light square, light square, light square. I think this move was maybe pretty good. Okay, queen d6, that's probably what they should have done last turn. h4, h5, trying to maybe h6, I don't know. Ideas of this. Then if I can make them play h5, okay, now the knight's options are a little better, harder. Or maybe you can still go f6, but the pressure on g6 really builds. So h4, h5, and then putting the knight there could have been strong. f6 I think is harder to play right now as a human, when I could maybe play queen e4 without the pawn on h7 to defend. But yeah, knight g5. Here I thought this was okay for them, but they slipped up somehow. Yeah, bishop f5 wasn't the best. But here, yeah, they had kind of patched up. I got away with one a little bit. Okay, well, GG. What should you do after f3, knight h6? That's, I mean, to play knight h6, there's no one who would ever find that move over the board, I will say. Like, you would have to be specifically prepared, either cheating or specifically prepared in the Alapin. I think, what did I do against it when I faced it? I think I just went knight d2, and if knight f5, just queen e2. It's fine. I think they still have to kind of take, and then you'll castle long pretty quickly. Seems the most intuitive to me. It's a good question, though. But yeah, I would follow it with knight d2, queen e2. e4, c5. Let's go c3. We've been playing both. Whoa. Weird. I don't really know what to do. Should I come here? Seems like a good diagonal now for the bishop. Had a lot of options. d4 I could have just played. Now I want like this. What if I go here? Queen e7, you'll have to play it. Then I want... Alright, let's make this interesting. Maybe. If I can just hit you on f7. Like if you play here knight c6, yeah. That's just gonna come here. Like a fried liver. Here in some order, yeah? Knight g5, d5 takes. So it's a fried liver, but we've played c5 and c3. I feel like my move is more helpful. Oh, I'm surprised you took it. I thought knight a5 was coming. Okay. Right? I could play like d4. It would be fun. I guess with my move c3, the thing is, this position... This is stupid. My knight should go there. Alright, let's play d4. This is fun. We defended the knight. If bishop e7, takes, king takes. Okay. Interesting. I mean, we can make some trades. Like here, you take this. trade. I take d5. It's probably winning, or better for me. But if you want something more compelling, takes, check, king e6 to defend your knight. It's kind of poorly placed. And bishop e7 was helpful, right? So maybe I should just take it, actually. Queen h5. Yeah, not clear what to do here, honestly. F3 takes bishop d5, castles, bishop g5, g5. Something. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just up a pawn here, but I kind of want it better. If they just take my knight. I guess that was the best way to go. I'm up a pawn, but it defends g2, and I didn't give queen c1. Okay. Oh, kind of a little disappointing. Is this annoying? Should go here. That solves most of the problems. Unless... no, it's fine. Ooh. I think not. I think I can take it. I mean, I'm wary about this, but... Queen a4... or b5... h3. This is actually... that is a problem, is it not? I should throw this in before taking the knight. I have a serious lack of development. This was a problem. Takes... that didn't help. You know how it might have helped? I have queen c7 check, rook d7, now queen takes f4 will come with check. And if they don't play rook d7, then I can take b7 to defend. But this worked out. Suddenly, that's check. Suddenly, that's check. We got away with one. That was bad, because g3, if I had to play it to defend mate, like, takes f1, that could have been worse. Like, I have no coordination, no development here. Could have been worse. Like, rook d1 follows that up. Maybe I was exaggerating how dire this was, but suddenly this totally changes everything. And we're just up a piece for nothing. Went from a brutal mating attack to queen trade with check. Just means we are up a piece and a rook. But that could have gone wrong. Maybe I was never actually in trouble, but it sure was uncomfortable. Sure was uncomfortable. Come a little closer. You're my kind of guy. So big and so strong. Let's just trade that. I was talking to the king. I wanted him to come a little closer. Go. Nope. Don't pre-move that. It could have been king e6, right? Okay. This one worked out. Well, let's roll. Roll, baby, roll. Check. Here. Here is not stalemate. And we got him. Okay, tricky one there. Just gonna stall out then. Okay. Yeah, dangerous. Could have been bad. What happened in this opening? Never... Alapin e5? What do you do? Okay, what I did was reasonable. This... Should just go queen b3. What if queen e7? Just... also use this knight a3 resource. The queen came here, which gave you another idea. Just allow that trade. Okay, knight takes could be fun. Ignore this pawn completely. I guess it's not a problem. Don't have to tell me twice. Knight f3, c6, knight g5. Yeah, it was a fried liver, which would be this position, just coming out of king's pawn. And I should have gone with this. So d4. Okay, this was right. And I'm up a pawn, kinda. This was a very aggressive way to play. Knight a5. So I'm up a pawn, kinda, but my development is lacking. Rook d8 kind of jams me up a little bit. Yeah, queen f3 makes more sense. Like, it still attacks f7. It just stays around my king when this is a problem. So queen b3, and now my queen's kind of out of the game a little bit. This was a very interesting way to continue, because you'd think it just, like, loses an important pawn around the king. But this was a huge blunder. Couldn't go for it. I had to just go here. Oh, you can't even take my bishop. I'm threatening mate. Interesting. And then it just has to come right back. Okay, but this, I was going for it. I should have just lost. So king g8. Here. I'm up a few pawns, but this should burn me. Because of this. Takes. This. Okay, stay on it. What happens? Just lack development. I think the issue is I can't guard g2 and c1. If my knight had just developed a little bit, my rook would help a lot. But you can't guard both. There's no square where the queen guards both. And either will checkmate me. Even this. Even this. You just can't set it up to guard both this and this. Interesting. Yeah, it's just total lack of development, so, like, I should be screwed here. Even on rook b8, like, okay. Something should be winning. Something should be winning as long as you just keep this pressure. I don't have time for king h1 or knight a3 or anything useful. Damn. Damn. Okay, well, we got away with one. Could you give a recommendation for my upcoming classical game? My 2200 opponent plays g6, bishop g7, d6 against anything. I would recommend to go with a Grand Prix attack. That's what I like to do. So set up with e4, knight c3, bishop c4, d3, and go with f4. They could play, especially if they play d6 early, then you won't have to deal with, like, c6 and d5 in one go. Do I have preparation for a Gambit against the ready? I mess around with the walrus, but otherwise against knight f3, like against knight f3 and g3, really I'm just playing like d5 and knight c6. Okay, a lot of people playing like bishops openings and Viennas. But now they transpose and now I have to do something normal. Let's play a Rousseau Gambit. Let's our second time playing it. Okay, but they played d3, which is a good move. Right? It's a good move. Alright, let's play knight f6. I think knight g5 we can do something fried liver-ish. Fried liver-ish. Do I want this? Okay, take it. Take. Probably doesn't give me much. Alright, let's play bishop c5. I'm still kind of daring them. I think this is the way to go. Let's play with d6, though. Useful move no matter what. I want to see what they're going to do. Yeah, that's why I was thinking about f4, right? I think the way they're playing is quite logical. Bishop should probably be here then. Okay. Ah, knight d5 was scarier. The thing is, if I can get in takes and takes and a e4 check, I would win. But I can't. Takes, they will take this. Right? And then take a 3. Actually, let's see what happens. I don't really know. Knight c5. Aha! Huh? Yeah. King f2, this is check. Knight is gone, and I will win my piece back in style. In fact, well, they're threatening takes and then winning the bishop. So my bishop needs to move. Let's maybe not trade off for that knight because it stinks if it can't trade off for the bishop. So we got away with one there. Bishop g5, I think, yeah, should have followed that up with knight d5 or takes a knight d5. Now he's coming back in. He's coming back in. Gotta be ready. Ah, I have a devious trick. So now, okay, wait. Now you want knight d5? Now you want knight d5? Oh, wait. I was going to go knight takes d5. Bishop takes d8. I had knight e3. And then if you recapture on d5, I had queen takes g5 with the pin. This, I think, is more straightforward that this wins. Because I really set this up, didn't I? Knight now just goes somewhere. Knight somewhere. I don't want to allow knight f3, so my knight movement needs to threaten a fork. But almost any knight movement threatens a fork. I don't want to allow queen h5 in the middle. If I go with this, knight f3, and then knight g3, it's convincing enough. I did want to take that queen. It's just not to be. Well, there's this line here. King g1, queen h4, hg4, queen f2, king h2, rook f6, trying to come to h6 for the win. And if g5, I have rook f4, trying to come to h4 for the win. However, there's queen h5 in that position, but g6, queen h7, rook h4 can still play. So I think that is effective. Okay, but you just went there and allowed the fork. So why'd I calculate all that? I'm funny. I don't know. I want my queen to go, and I don't want to be hit with knight d5. And I have enough material to be lazy. Yeah, knight g4, king g1, queen h4, hg4, queen f2, king h2, rook f6, threatening here, g5, rook f4, check g6, queen h7, rook h4. Anyway, won the queen. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I got something wrong. Come here. But yeah, I think this is the way that I recommend to play against, like, almost all f5s and f4s in King's Pawns. Whether it's a Vienna, Rousseau, Bishop's Attack, King's Gambit, whatever you want to call it. If there's f5 or f4 played, just put the bishop there and play d3 and just don't take it. Then the pawn here is just kind of stupid. You have the bishop right along there. Then bishop g5, knight d5 comes and punishes the king for being in the center, in addition to keeping it in the center. So, yeah, it's pretty effective. And it's a pretty simple rule to follow. Just don't take it, and then it's not clear what it's doing. Other than opening this diagonal onto your own king. Just don't take it. Yeah, but take that. Trying to be clever here. Okay. Nice. GG. Yeah, I mean, the opening went badly, to be clear. Like, h3 wasn't even a useful move. I probably should have played this with f4. But I think, yeah, what they did against the Rousseau is just, like, yeah, d4. Like, you can learn this prep if you want. But just d3. Very simple rule to follow. Bishop right there. Pawn right there. Hold this. Let them take on e4 twice. That's often very dangerous. And, like, the e-file will kill you. Queen d5 as a follow can kill you. Whoa. Just knocked the Gambit glasses down. So, oops. What I played here... I mean, yeah, my bishop should probably be on b4. Because with bishop g5 and knight d5 can be a pretty brutal combo. So this bishop needs to be there to trade it. And then it's probably okay, actually, if I don't have to deal with knight d5. And, yeah, probably here... Again, I should have played bishop b4, it's saying. Move that bishop again. This is bad with knight d5. It didn't happen. And we got away with that. Okay. Worked out, worked out, worked out. Dangerous stuff, though. Mr. Bader, thank you for the donation. $20, that's so nice. Just don't take it. Yes, that rule also applies to the Silly William. To the Silly William Gambit. Taking runs white into a lot of trouble. It can run white into a lot of trouble. Don't take it. D5, E4, and D4. Everything pours in. That's what they want. Like, if you accept the King's Gambit, for instance, like, as the most obvious, immediate example, like, you're a madman. Like, you need to know, like, a lot of theory. Which is, like, don't do it. Keep it easy on yourself. Okay, speaking of which, yeah, let's play King's Gambit. Take my pawn. Ah, see? Not a madman. He just played the very solid d6. Wait, but this is, like... Isn't that like the Fischer-approved way? And now he takes f4? This is what Fischer did. Oh, no, okay. He's just making moves. d6. But, so now this isn't intimidating. The bishop's not on c5. Huge difference. Bishop on c5, huge difference. I mean, it keeps me in the middle. Now I don't have to stay in the middle, unless I want to. Which I don't. So, bishop can be on b5 or c4. Both seem a little dangerous if you're black. Let's go on c4. Bishop on b5. Okay, what? I'm trying to take a pawn? I'm not trying to take a pawn. I'm trying to take that pawn. That's a different conversation, bro. It's a totally different conversation. I kind of want to do this. See, I want them to take my on f4. Alright, if I castle, will you take it? Because now you prepared g5? Or are you just trying to keep my knight out of there? No. Ooh, wait, I have the same trick as last game, guys. Guys. Yo. It's the same thing. Takes f7, king takes f7, knight takes e5. Double check. Oh, they did it like that. Oh, wait, but that was a good move, because now they can go knight takes, or I can give the queen. Which is so tempting. Bishop takes d1. What do we got? Bishop f7, king e7. Do I have anything? Wait, no, it's not mate. They have king d7. I thought it was mate. Knight e5. This is a roller coaster. Takes d1. Knight f7. Queen moves. Take this. What do I have? That's definitely not worth it. But, like, it could be cool. Could be cool. Could be cool. Okay, could be cool. Let's go. That is all I need. Could be cool is the standard of sacrificing your queen. Let's do it. I haven't even decided between knight takes and bishop takes. I haven't even decided. What I was looking at was here, king e7, knight g6 here, knight f8, queen f8, bishop e6, takes here. I'm down material. Knight 7, queen e7, knight h8. 7, queen e7, knight h8, knight 6. Just come back. Okay, let's do this. Now, of course, if I had a knight on d5, that would be like that. It wasn't Morphe's game, was it? It was someone's game. Legal. His name was literally Legal. How can you forget that? Legal's me. Okay, now should I just do this? There's no way this was good. But I'm just going to try to get 3 pieces for it. So the rook is hanging. Okay, wait. I got 3 pieces for it. Was it good? Maybe. We got 3 pieces, right? It's just I wish my development were a little better. But we got... Yeah, I got a rook, a bishop, and a knight. And a pawn for the queen. What a haul. We just need to escape with that haul. Get out of here. Get out of here. Run away. Guys, we just sacked the queen just for fun. It worked. It's gonna work. We got this. Knight can just trade itself. Bishop can run away. It's totally all. We're totally in the clear. We totally made out like a bandit. Yeah, I can trade anytime. Yeah, the pawn on h6 just gave me squares. Ooh, don't hop around on me. Queen f6 is your follow. But... So I should take on f8. No, I shouldn't do that. I could just take away the d4 square if that's so important to you. It is very important to you, isn't it? No, I should just go here. This makes the most sense. Because there's like other ideas. Now I have like some threats. Knight is covering h4. Yeah, so they're doing the right thing. Like I got some dark square problems. d4 wasn't really possible because queen f6 hit the bishop. And then it caused issues. I didn't really have rook f1 there. That blocks them up a little bit, so now I'm happy about either d4 or just h3. Just play this simple. Oh, this I should do, yeah. Should do that. Okay, but we got them out of a dangerous spot. Let's go here. This is good. That's what I wanted. I needed some space. I needed some other pieces. That was an idea. Maybe I should have done it. Annoying to deal with. It's fine. This is good. Now, yeah, just bishop e3, simple stuff, bring out the pieces, and we're going to look for a break. Potentially, that worked even last turn. It works now, because queen takes e5 at the end, bishop f4 wins the queen, bishop takes e5, rook f7 also wins the queen. Nice, although I'm not really threatening anything, because of this. So, interesting dynamic. If they just move the rook, yeah, it comes with check, right? But if they just move the rook, oh, I win the queen. Hard position for them to play. That was fun. This has been a fun mashup. And okay, I'm up 2 pieces. This has been a fun mashup of various exploits in F4 ideas. Ah, there was bishop h2 check if I wasn't careful. Winning the rook. I don't know why I had to do something so fancy. It was not really necessary. But we could have a cool mate, because I have bishop takes f1, right? That's the point. I wanted king d6 in here. And otherwise a7's hanging. Okay, but trades are good. I could have just taken that. Probably a more practical decision. Figure something out. can go. Check. No, don't pre-move that. Only safe pre-moves. Now we take G7. Or we do that. Ah, clever. Stops my idea, kind of. Alright. Wait, fun one. I'm looking forward to analyzing this, because I really want to know about, whether the queen sack was good. They're going to try and stalemate themselves, but there's no way to do it. They have G1 and F1 and H1. We've got plenty of time. Dude, what a game. What a game it was. Here, stopping that. And now this is an unnecessarily complicated mate, but it worked. We got him. We got him with this random queen sacrifice out of one of our first forays into the King's Gambit. I haven't played this too many times. Whoa. Okay. Casual accidental flex. I have a perfect score with it. So, F4, D6. As I understand the point of D6, it's like to play E takes F4 and then G5. Otherwise, you should, like, you could follow this rule. Bishop C5, and then I don't think there's any issue, then just D6 next turn. Follow the rule. Play A6 so the bishop can't be hit. I think maybe, like, if white really knows what they're doing, C3 and D4 can be an idea, yeah. But, okay, no King's Gambit player really knows that. Bishop C5, and of course F takes is never really a threat in the King's Gambit because it opens the door. So just stick to that rule. Stick to that rule. Simple rule. Bishop C5. Yeah, you play D6. You play knight C6. You play Bishop G4 against this knight. And then you try to follow up with knight D4, but you got to be careful of hits on F7, and this knight can go wherever. And keep the king in the middle with control of that diagonal. In the game, D6, knight F3. My opponent plays knight C6, I play bishop C4, so they play H6. So again, I really like when my opponents take away, like, one specific idea I have in the position. Like, they spend this tempo to play, like, H6, just to take, like knight G5 was one of my many ideas in the position. Rather than doing something useful, like bishop E7, to take away knight G5. Like, that's a useful developing move, right? The only purpose of this move is against my one idea. It gives me a tempo, because I'll have, like, a million ideas. Like, if you have great space, activity, your king's safe and everything, there'll be something else, right? So you need to keep playing stuff that's useful no matter what. You can't just be taking away the one idea, unless, like, that was really everything in the position. Obviously, there's an exception to there's a number of exceptions to the rule I just said. Sometimes it's really important, but, like, I'm really talking about this phase of the game where, like, you're trying to develop as quickly as possible, get your king safe, and I'm trying to strike. Okay, castles, I really missed something here. Okay, yeah, e takes f4 was a good idea. The purpose of h6, I mean, I was trying to gambit, obviously, but the purpose of h6 now, yeah, this pawn chain is actually pretty solid. And also castling, I think, is contrary to what you want, because you would want here h4. You would want h4 if the rook were there. Otherwise, it's not looking great, right? Like this, okay, they can take without losing their rook in this position, and okay, you just made your king really unsafe. So that actually, yeah, would have been a good move for them, e takes f4. Although I was always looking for an excuse to put these gambit glasses on. In the game, bishop g4, okay, f takes e5 was a good move. And what I really thought was just I was going to get, like, a simple little tactic like from last game. D takes e5. It's not so simple, but check. King takes. And again, with this knight not defending the bishop, I have knight takes e5. Double check. And at minimum, I get my piece that I just sacrificed back. And I grabbed these two pawns. So I was like, that's going to be fun. I'm going to do that. In the game, and I'll revisit kind of the importance of that. Knight takes e5 was played. And yeah, okay. Of course it wants just bishop e2, and I was thinking about this during the game. I mean, that is a good trade. Just that pawn for that pawn without them being able to go d takes e5. I think that that is a remarkable achievement in and of itself, because d takes e5 opens this bishop up, it gives them control here. Now otherwise, like, okay, you can imagine all this trading off or whatever, but I'm going to play d4 and have a big center, and so I should just have a nice advantage for that reason. Instead I played knight takes e5. Okay, it could have been so much worse. It could have been so much worse. It could have been so much worse. So knight takes e5. So, okay, they don't really have a choice here, because d takes e5, I throw in this check, right? Or else queen d4 at the end can grab my bishop. So I throw in this check. I mean, my rook is opened. Is really the main reason I castled. And now queen takes g4, and I'm winning. So they have to grab my queen. And here we go. Here we go. So I was thinking about knight takes and bishop takes. I made the right decision with bishop takes. Because knight takes, yeah, you're not grabbing enough, and their king is going to be able to escape. Right? So knight takes h8. Like, the knight is hanging, the bishop is hanging. They can just kind of defend neither even. And you're not grabbing enough, and I don't have compensation, really, because their king is totally safe. But the better line here, and it's because that pawn's on h6, is bishop takes f7. I'll show you what I mean by legals, mate. I was talking about that. I'll show you what I mean by that after. So bishop takes f7 check, forces king e7, which is a really awkward square. Now with my knight under attack, it has the beautiful little pocket on g6. Shout out to this pawn for not being here. And so it continues to be forcing king d7. And I take d1. So this was, I think, yeah, it was the only real proper way to continue, other than just d4, ignoring everything for some reason. But yeah, rook takes d1. Now none of these guys are hanging for a moment, and this is a beautiful little pattern they find themselves in, because the rook is hit. Rook h7 is not helpful, because I take g8, and then that rook is still trapped and worse. So I'm still, this was the trick to grab 3 pieces. I grabbed the 1, then I was able to, you know, shimmy with some checks, and then take d1. Because if I grabbed h8 right now, then yeah, they can save this bishop here, and, you know, it's not really needed. I can just take d1, and that really annoying bishop is gone, and then the rook is still trapped. So this actually ends up okay for me, and they really only had one good move here to maintain equality. It's queen f6. So the point is, I guess if I take h8, they give this check, king over. So it's this idea. Yes, so the pattern of the queen and knight like this. It's a nice way to burn a castled king without its f2 pawn, right? So castled kings, like, if you're going to take away one of these 3 pawns, you would probably take away the f pawn, as long as you can slide king h1 against these checks. But the queen and knight like that, it can be pretty brutal. So let me show, for example, okay, let's say I just try to save my knight g6, and now here comes either, well, knight takes e4 is just a pawn, but let's say knight g4. Now this comes, and it's very, very strong, and all of a sudden, like, I'm completely losing. Because if I play rook f1, then there's our favorite little pattern of knight to f2 check, king g1, knight to h3 double check, reset the counter, because there is going to be a smothered mate with that pattern, and rook takes g1, knight f2. So that doesn't always work. Like, you gotta be careful. Like, if I can recapture with a knight on g1, then the rook will still cover f2, and so black will have just lost their queen. But the queen and knight here, or even like a bishop and knight, it can be a very strong pattern pouring into f2. And here I have to lose some material in some case because of that. So that's what they should be looking for. My opponent was kind of looking for it, just kind of in the wrong way. They play knight f6, which you can't really blame them. Takes, and now c6, which I guess wasn't the most useful move. They're trying to create a pocket for their king. But yeah, they should have gone for this knight g4. And yeah, big idea, queen f6, queen d4. Or queen f6, just trying queen f2, right? You know, my development is not great, and yeah, my king can be pretty vulnerable here. Here comes queen h4, or the queen coming to d4, and yeah, the knight and the queen pouring into f2 can spell big problems. Knight g4, so I need to play here h3, I can kick it, and then I can make this trade, so I'm in time to make that trade and get rid of that knight somehow. In the game, c6 was played, and I'm just able to back up with my knight and get it out of there. Like, ordinarily, knights that take rooks there are kind of lost, but that's when there's a pawn on h7. Here, I have the nice option of knight g6, which covers some important squares that the queen could have jumped into, like we were talking about, and also I can trade off for that bishop anytime I feel like it. And I also like how the bishop and knight like this control all these squares kind of in this vicinity, right? You see, like, all these squares are not accessible to black. So they just slide king c7. I'm just developing knight c3. Knight g4, I mean, I respect it. Like, they're going for something. They're going for something. Knight g4, they're trying to cause some problems, but this is not so hard to deal with because my knight is covering that square. And now when I just slide rook f1, I have taken away every square of importance. Queen h4 is not an option. Queen f6 is not an option. How is the queen going to get to d4 or like h2 or cause significant problems for me? Queen g5 is the only dark square to go to, but I have d4. I have everything covered in this position, and we're all good. Yeah, queen d4 attacking the queen. So really everything's good, and you can tell, and this is why, you know, the intuition is helpful, is because everything's protected, right? Protected, protected, protected. So there's never going to be any tactics where, like, okay, they're hitting this and also getting my king. Just keeping things protected can be a solid choice. And things that aren't protected, you should be aware of. Like, okay, here, queen f6 is because that bishop's hanging. That queen f6, you know, if I just do nothing, is actually a really good move. Bishop's hanging, threatens to come here, or the knight's hanging after that, right? So that's why that can be a problem. Okay, rook f1, just bishop e7, chase the knight away, d4, just nice stuff. Yeah, everything protected allows me to just play d4 here. Rook takes f7 is a beautiful recapture, or just bishop takes g6 is a beautiful recapture. And this is everything that I wanted when I gave the queen. I have a bishop, knight, rook, and pawn for the queen, which is a massive, massive haul. All my pieces are coordinated now. I was able to play d4, and after bishop f6, just bishop e3, so I did not give up the stuff on the dark squares here. And also now with their king position, I was able to punch and punish. So queen e7, and now that I have all my pieces organized and proper, you know, I coordinated everybody. I started with very poor development after that, but I coordinated everybody, and now here comes the strike with e5, and this is just working. You know, even if we were to just play something like king h1, it's recommending, or just like any rook move, you know, it's still a very nice position because it's a big haul for the queen, and my pieces are doing well, but always look for the punch, especially when you know, your opponent lacks development. Right? Once they figure things out, okay, they get the rook in, they get the king to safety, then your opportunity is not going to be there. But I had an opportunity right now, and I took it. So e5, and it's because the king is, yeah, a little bit vulnerable, bro. The pawn on c6 keeps my knight out of these squares, which is a great pattern to have. It mitigates my knight, but other pieces are doing the job. If queen takes e5, there was bishop to f4, and then otherwise, like, the bishop couldn't move anywhere because of rook to f7. And yeah, otherwise I was just kind of winning material, right? Even if you try to move your rook, I can even just play something like rook e1, protecting the bishop, and now reintroducing the threat of pawn takes f6. And still you can't take on e5 either way. In the game then, bishop takes e5 and rook f7, and we were just up a bunch of material. So it worked out like that, and so okay, so we won this. Just trading stuff off and promoting. Yay. What was I going to talk about? So I was going to talk about... Yeah, here, with pawn takes e5, yeah, you want to be careful about bishop takes f7 patterns. They can work. They can work. Oh, and I was going to show the cute little legals mate. So bishop takes f7 patterns can work, but you need to be very careful. So one reason why they wouldn't work is because of, like, any case, let's say here, bishop g4, let's even say takes, let's say d3 here, right? So it looks like you can play bishop takes f7 and, like, knight g5 check, right? Knight g5 check and then take the bishop next turn. The bishop's unprotected. Obviously, if the bishop is protected, we're not having this conversation at all. Knight takes, unless knight takes e5 is an option, but that's protected here. Knight g5 check, it looks like you can just grab it. However, it's not going to work because there is queen takes g5, just giving the queen, and it's a queen trade, but black will remain up a piece in this scenario. So there needs to be no queen contact with g5 at all. You need to have some sort of really clean check here to grab an unprotected bishop. So that would be a situation like the knight is specifically like on e7 or something random like that, so that there is here knight to g5 check, and then this is working. If the knight is on f6, it's not going to work. Here you would need the knight being an attacker of the bishop to make that work, but it's not possible. Now knight g5 check, and you just lost a piece. So it's only kind of specific scenarios where that works, but you should watch out for that, and it is because the bishop is unprotected. But bishop takes f7 check against uncastled kings can be a fun resource. In terms of legals mate, I saw this like as a kid. It's something you saw as a kid. Okay, well, I'll try to put this on the board. It was with this bishop c4, and there's a funny story behind it, right? Where it's like it was something like this position. Or not even, then I shouldn't even be on c6, right? So like d6 here, they go bishop g4. And I'll note here, there is no bishop takes f7, right? Because queen contacts g5 and here, so you'd have to lose 2 pieces. Knight c3, right? There's some sort of funny story. I remember being told this as a kid by my instructor that Legal touched his knight and was like, no, I didn't. But then the other guy's like, no, you have to move the knight. Or something like that. And he's like, damn. And maybe it was some sort of act. But white does have a very good move here, and it's very, very pretty. It's with knight takes e5. And so, okay, you would just win a pawn in this case. And otherwise, with bishop takes d1, we have here takes f7 and knight to d5 checkmate, which is really, really pretty. Of course, if black had made, like, any useful developing move whatsoever, like knight f6, for instance, this doesn't work. It covers d5. or bishop e7, it wouldn't work. The king would just slide to f8, or knight c6, it wouldn't work because he would just recapture on e5 with knight to defend this. But it can happen. It's possible with that nice move, knight takes e5. So that's what I was thinking about during the game, even if, unfortunately, in my queen sacrifice, it wasn't quite possible because I didn't have my knight out. I need to get the knight to d5 right away, which there's not time to do, unfortunately. But fun game, fun queen sacrifice. All right, keep it up with f4. But yes, the bishop on c5 and d6 makes a big difference. That's my number one way to play against it. Subscribe if I put all this on YouTube. I think this was a pretty fun stuff. What's up, Gambit man? Ever played King's Gambit with early bishop c4? Yeah. I think it's fun if they play like pawn takes f4 and queen to h4 check, right? I do like that. I think the problem is like, what if they don't? But yeah, I mean, it's fun to mess around with. It's totally fun to mess around with. What do we got here? Okay. Owens, b6, h6. I don't really know what to make of that. I guess they're trying to play g5 and bishop g7. Okay. I guess I got a number of options. I'll go here and just maybe castle long. Interesting. I'll play h4. Should be useful. Maybe your f3. Maybe e5. I think e5 is good. Right before bishop b4 comes, right, which would have paired nicely with that. They don't have that option. So this should be pretty nice. Do they want this? I kind of want to see what they'll do. Just go here, maybe a prepping... No, I can't do that. Kind of want to see what you're going to do. How are you going to develop? If the bishop moves, I have queen g4, then hitting both. Knight c6 kind of takes away your last route home, and otherwise you should just go back. Here I have c3, and now queen g4. Yeah, it's very, very good. Unprotected things. Those are the only two unprotected things in their position. And queen g4 got them. Gotta be aware of unprotected things. The bishop on f8 was protecting that. It was protecting that. Now, yeah, major problemo for black. Yeah, I wanted to play reverse Leela Gambit. Matt Bader. Shout out to Matt Bader for the donation, and also to Adalmas for the donation. Really appreciate y'all. Sorry the stream wasn't set up to support that. Okay, take g7, rook f8. So they're not losing immediately. I would need like a knight on f6 to make that happen. Still, it's hard to imagine how they're moving their queen to make a castle. Because the bishop would have to move. Oops, I would take it. Okay, they can go here. And try to go here, and then here and here. Okay, what can I do in the meanwhile? We can just move the queen back and try to take the rook. Okay. I think d6 I had this. Queen d7, d5, e d5, and knight d4. I guess d6 here. Yeah, should be pretty brutal. I mean, there's just crisscrosses all over the place. Also, bishop a6 if I really wanted to just cut castle forever, but this is effective. d5. We're using all our pieces. We brought in the bishop and the knight pretty well. Even the rook had some activity here, and the threat of castling long, I think, is what encouraged them to give that check in the first place. Honestly, they should probably give their queen. I don't know how else you solve this. Yeah, I mean, doing a fianchetto and then leaving home with that bishop, it creates a lot of light square problems. You see all the pawns on dark squares, and then, yeah, that looks real soft right there. Looks real soft. He should be here. Instead, he's hanging as well. I have this line from the black side. E4, E5, F4. Bishop C4. Oh, EX4. Bishop C4. Nice. Nice E6, D4. Knight F6, E5, D5. 5. G3. Knight takes G3. Can that be some sort of gambit for white? Oh no, because after queen takes H1, there's really nothing... There's really no great follow-up white has, probably. But yeah, I am a fan of all the lines you guys are talking about. I do like it. F4, bishop C4, it's fun stuff. It's definitely fun stuff. Takes here. Takes here. Yeah, it's really worked out pretty nicely. And honestly, like, the simple solution, if I just wanted to be lazy, was just like, put the bishop on a6. Okay, you played d6, queen d7, now what? I'll just prepare castling somehow, or not even, I'll bring my rooks in. But yeah, you just don't have the castle here. Eventually, I'll just push this pawn, or bring my knight to f6 or something like that. In the game... Okay, whip a queen. Takes... And everybody's hanging. Go. Go? I don't know. I could castle still. I'll just push. Check king d2. Checks are fun. Hey Grave, have you already played Leela Queen Odds bot? No, because I don't know what that is. Is it Leela, but it gives you queen odds? I feel like that should be sufficient against any strength to win. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. What is it? Let's just pull back to d4. I'll make this trade. It's fine. I don't know why we're still playing this game, honestly. To come there. It's playing without a queen. I feel like we should be able to win. Alright, yeah. I know, it's an interesting challenge, I guess. Alright, if he's obsessed with checks, like he gave that one spike check, he gave that other spike check, he's gonna get parried with f3. Like, have your day, dude. Where's the mate? Here, 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 here. Person's really annoying. Like, this is like promote to 5 knights level of annoying. I always say I respect people who play to checkmate, but I'm lying. Every time I say it, I don't actually believe it. I don't know why I say it. Like, why are you wasting our time in the arena and everything? Okay. At lower levels, absolutely, though. Good rule to have. Fight, fight, fight. Leela, rook odds, Leela, knight odds. Okay, that is fun. Alright, I'll do it. I'll give it a shot. I will give it a shot. I can see I'm being baited into playing it. Oh, okay, F4. Alright, wait. Fun way to play against this. This is what I always do. Is this Gambit. Nimzovich counter Gambit. Oh, okay. This is actually like a I have preparation way to play against this. I don't really remember what I'm supposed to do. What if I just give a pawn check? ED4. What's happening after ED4? This guy looks kind of stupid now. Queen D4. I want this. That's what I want. Do some sort of thing like that. If I play here with knight f6. Obviously this made the most sense, but there was like bishop b5, like cd5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5. Not that the position wasn't still good, but I really want to put a bishop on c5, really badly. I'm willing to even do this. I guess bishop e3 is a good move. I think the problem is just d6, right? Okay, I have to take this pawn. And they can prepare a long castle. Here. Okay, let's keep this knight on the board. Let's get a bishop right there. So... well, if I have a couple options. Takes, check. Forces knight c3, bishop c5. We can get that, but then I have to deal with this. King moves. Possible. Takes, knight c6 is probably the most straightforward. They have check, and they will... well, I don't really know that they will escape, actually. A lot of options here. Knight e7. Knight e3. Knight e4. Really, the only forcing one is with Queen a5, knight c3. This could be effective, because I don't want to allow them to hold this so solidly. What I wanted was now knight c6, because I didn't really want to move my king. I just want to make you move yours. So now knight c6, queen e3, and now knight e4. Don't want my bishop pinned. Queen e3 also, like, this is interesting. Just because you still can't castle. But I think knight e5. So, okay, let's stick with this. This is very strong. Yeah, I mean, the pawn not being on f2 is a huge, huge difference, Right, this diagonal, like I keep saying, is really, really strong. Source, trust me, bro. I haven't put a bishop there yet, but I want to. Wait, so bishop c5 now. There's knight takes e4, bishop takes e3, bishop takes a5. I think we're winning here. Takes. Oh, maybe knight d6 and then take a5. Okay, but we got this. Queen e2. Oh, they're going for this line. I'm not sure what's happening. So if takes a5, they're definitely losing in this position. No, you're losing. I calculated this. These are both hanging. If they played knight d6, did they have a chance? King d7 takes? Yes, they did. Position was still bad. Like, I would take probably that one, and the bishop is very good. I'll analyze after. Oh, they have bishop d2 here. Oh. Okay, they don't lose immediately. Takes, take here. If I just back up, what am I backing up to? Knight g5. How do I win? e3. Bishop c3. Huh. Actually, position is good, but not clear how to win immediately. Just gotta be faster here. Spend too much time. Trying e2 in this. No, I should have won. This is, yeah, winning the exchange. But they had a better option. There's a lot to look at in this game. There's a lot to look at. I think they could have held a blockade there. Like, even just rook d3 and I come back to f3. Rook's not going anywhere. Rook e3 might have been really strong. I'll do it next. Okay, now I have to take it. They're kind of stuck. King f3, rook d8, rook d1, right? I had king f2 also. Oh, tricky. Oh, it got me there. Tough. Yeah, it's losing. I can't believe. Yeah, I assumed that it was A takes B5, and so I went rook B4. Obviously, rook A4 here is it, or any rook move. Okay, tough to play with such little time. All right, GG. I mean, I think this was very good. Yeah, they've rattled off D4 here as if it were theory, but it's not very good because, like I keep saying, I mean, a lot of things are good for black, but any idea that gets the bishop to, I guess even bishop E7, allowing castles? It doesn't allow castles. Ah, this breaks the pin. This breaks the pin, and then there's bishop C5. So, I mean, almost any move that's, like, is consistent with putting a bishop on C5 is good. Like, you go here. How are they dealing with this? Like, how? Like, to try to castle long, but it's really tough. And there's a number of ways to do it. Like these knights can come to E4 and bishop C5, or knight C6, knight D7, and control the square. What I had in the game... Okay, it was okay. Yeah, this was their only way out. Anything with queens on the board should kill them. Yeah, I didn't really see that they had this bishop D2 option. And here they can trade queens. G5 played, but this endgame should be very strong. I should have played F5. Yeah, I mean, this worked out for me. Of course, this is completely winning up in exchange with the monster pawn on E2. Okay. Alright, tough one. They flagged me. GG. Nice. Oh well, oh well. Alright. New Leela Gambit. Well, Leela. Where do I play? Create a game. No. Where do I play the, play Leela bot. Chess. Leela. Leela queen odds. Ah. Okay. I think we can do a little better than that. Leela rook odds. Direct challenge link. Select. Well, I'll select black here. Casual. Time control. Real time. We'll make it quick. I feel like the quicker I make it, the better chances it has. Because then I will make mistakes. And it needs mistakes from me. Okay, let's go. Alright. Why don't we just castle our king and be normal? I think, though, like, the more trades, the better. Maybe I should play something open. Whoa, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the style it needs, right? That's the style you gotta go for it. Okay, it kind of changed its mind a little bit. Okay. I'll put my bishop here now that I can. Maybe like a knight move and then F3. Ah, yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah, F3. Nice idea. What if I, like, sacrifice that a little bit? I guess they go D5 here. Take, take. Alright, I will play h5 myself. e4. I guess this is probably what they wanted to lock it down. I still wanted, like, to play with f5 and f4. Maybe here a5. Ah, they really wanted to lock it down. Okay. Probably a little too close for my liking. Whoa! c5. Fun. Okay. Nice. Alright. Let's shut that down then. But yeah, they have this resource. I'm gonna want d6 next. And go queen takes d6. Let's put our queen there. Alright, now we've got that under control. We need to move the rest of our pieces, though. How do I move these guys? How do I move them? I don't know. Oh, they want knight c4, right? Yes, of course they want knight c4. Kind of annoying. Okay, I'm gonna give them that. Yeah, they didn't want it anyway. Oh, that was smart. Okay. Oh, that was really smart. What the heck? How do I move? Man, okay. This thing's really good. Here, knight d7. Wow. Okay, it totally got me. Yikes. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What went wrong? I mean, I guess practically this is exactly what it wanted. Just gradually you can see this tick down. I think from a practical point of view, yeah, this is exactly what it wanted, where like I couldn't just trade stuff and I had to defend this awkward position. And eventually we get here. Yeah, it just gradually ticked down. I had no mistakes to this point, really. I was thinking about this, just to be able to play knight d7, right? But then I wasn't sure. Knight moved somewhere, and then I thought I'm losing a lot. Huh. Wow, okay. I'm really impressed. Okay, let's play again. Let us play again. How do I... No. We need revenge here. Wait. Play. Continue from here. What's going on? Here. Why won't it let me play? It's not letting me play? Ah. Okay. Alright. I guess this time I'm white. No, I mean, there's no way I should lose to this. A rook, I mean... Alright, let's do better. Just take some space. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I have such a high margin for error. Like, I didn't even see this. But it should be fine. Like, you'd have to trade queens now, which should be good for me. Yeah? If you wanted this pawn. So it's not interested in that. It's G5, right? Knight comes here. Does a very good job retaining. Yeah, it's this annoying idea again. Okay. ED6? No. I didn't see this at all. Just taking this. How did this happen? Okay, come on. This is very frustrating to play. Okay, let's try and trade that knight that was coming in here. Just takes. Oh, I didn't see this. Now they take d4 and c2. They do this. It's a very good practical choice, actually, just giving that. Wow, it's just coming all the way to c3. No. Wow. Wow. Brutal. brutal. This is... wow. You can see my eval just drop little by little as we keep going. Something goes wrong. And it's just little by little, it's just outplays me. Look at this number. It starts at 6, 7. And you just see it drop. It gets me in time trouble. Puts on... even in this situation where after I gave my queen, it just plays better than me every move. Oh, it's even trolling me here. Thanks for watching. Okay. Yeah, it does such a good job. Wow. So it just keeps a lot on the board. It just keeps a lot of chances. It puts the bishops here, and then this idea it's done twice of like queen a8 and frying me on this diagonal. The knights come to the middle. Queen a8 was such a great move. I mean, didn't see it at all. Otherwise, like, yeah, d5 is forced, or like we're making some trades in the middle. This is just nasty. Yeah, they just keep everything around. Keep moving forward and getting me. And then this tricky knight b4. Or yeah, they're going to take my bishop and then take c2. Alright. Come on. Okay, why does this go away every time I try to play? We're gonna win. We are gonna get him. Let's do this. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna beat Leela rook odds with a walrus gambit. We're just gonna try to open the position up a little bit. I don't need every pawn. Alright. Let's put our bishop on here. Let's prevent you from setting up your favorite way. Okay. Alright, he's going to play c4. Alright, just simple stuff. Now we're just a rook ahead. Let's just win for that reason. Aha. Of course, let's bring their king this way so they can attack this way. Okay. I see you. Let's go. Okay, let's not take too much time on the clock. Wanted like that sort of maneuver. Hard to say how I generate stuff in this position because it's so solid everywhere. Knight d6 is my next move. Okay. I'm surprised it is even giving me any chance to trade things. D6, G4. Let's back it up. I'm gonna play with F4. They're gonna play with F4, right? Okay. It's so hard to predict its moves. Like it just kind of keeps everything on. Very hard to create any chances for yourself. Trying to play like c5, do something. Okay, I can't get my bishop trapped. So like hard for me to find squares for my pieces. I was just coming back. Okay, this is what I wanted to do anyway. Right here. Okay, we made a trade for a change, but this is the danger. Potentially we open this. So let's slide here. Okay, this was dangerous. I want to take that knight. They're probably not going to let me take that knight. Okay, that looked like an offer to repeat. Okay, this I wanted. Probably F takes, honestly. Even though I have to deal with that check in H5. Hard to defend. Very hard to defend, actually. I should maybe even be here. Maybe I need a run. I think I need a run. It's just gonna fry me. H8, King E7. Is this an idea at all? No, I just get killed. No. Wow. Wow. I'm a little embarrassed. Alright, we're gonna beat this. We're gonna beat this guy. What happened here? It's just the same thing. Like, I just gradually get outplayed. Like, here, number goes down, 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 down. Down, 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 until I don't have an advantage anymore. You need to be in a situation where... Yeah, this was so well done. So, I thought, like, here, so I was very easily able to castle, but it just creates a very solid structure where there's just no way through. There's no pawn break for me in this position. There's no way to just, like, open things and trade. And then it's like hard, so not obvious to find an idea. I don't know what the engine's even saying. Okay, knight c8, knight a5. Like, where's something happening? Like, yeah, trying to play c5. I was trying. Just brought the king over. It couldn't even castle. Started pushing with the pawns, but not willy-nilly. And then it only makes the trade when it realizes that, yeah, it's opening this. I don't know if it actually would have repeated if I repeated, because we had that position before. But knight h5, yeah, I was going to coordinate with this guy. Knight f6 was an idea. G takes f6 getting me. Just, yeah, takes g6 was another very effective trade, because with h5, it just gets me on that file, diagonal, that diagonal. My pieces are just not well located here. This was the blunder. Knight f5 and I can keep surviving and run. But tough? Okay. Damn. Okay, again. I'm gonna get you. Alright, this time I'm taking white. Oh, okay, I can only play it like every... I need to like wait. There's like a cooldown period. Okay. No, I just saw it. White. Let me click. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do different? Probably should have thought of that before I started moving around. I think... Okay, d6 is pretty obvious. You want a fianchetto. What if I just stop that? Okay. Alright, I'm going to complete that. We're going to try to open this position. I think that has been kind of the issue. Okay, I played d5. If I play this with knight d2, I guess bishop b4 is nasty to deal with, so let's trade off for this dangerous knight. I think this is already a more practical start. Well, now, right now, aren't you allowing me to trade and trade? Or no, you have queen h4. I didn't see that. Queen h4. Well, okay, wait. Takes queen h4. Yeah, it's there. It's valid. Okay, I mean, I have no other way to deal with this. It's like queen takes d5, queen takes f2, queen takes b2. Not what I want. Did not see that at all. So let's go here. Pawn takes and queen g3. Definitely not what I wanted out of the opening. I should go short. I think it's dangerous to castle long. Yeah, I was going to say because of e3. This threatens queen g5. It's not, well, okay, they have escape routes. Oh, I had queen g5 last turn, didn't I? Potentially? If I do it now, come across, I take g7. Oh no, it's willing to make that trade. Queen f6? I'm not sure about these lines. They play bishop e6. That's the exact sort of confusion they want. So let's play b4. Closing in on what I'm trying to do. It's not quite there. I should play this with b5 probably, so that I can castle. It's just, how do they make everything confusing when I'm trying to make it not confusing? Okay, they're never gonna blunder mate. Rook coming around, it's another strong idea. Again, this is the exact sort of position where it keeps outplaying me. Oh, just trap my queen. I did not see this. Okay, wait, but this could be a lot worse, maybe? Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna win. What sucks is that feeling of utter hopelessness that there's no way back into the game. Not gonna make any errors. Did a good job here. I thought with bishop d3 that I was working around it, but check. Bishop c5 and then queen h4 was a really nice pattern. Okay, but this is still probably pretty nice. And honestly, yeah, from a practical point of view, it's saying castles and even give the rook. Try to hang on to everybody. Could I have played queen g5 here? Yeah, but the position just sucks. I mean, pawn on c3 is annoying. Just little by little, it's just gonna... It just causes such practical problems. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm still up a rook, but what I'm still up a rook here on move 20. And my king is safe, I guess. But what are my pieces doing? I have no ideas. And, like, my queen's just gonna come get trapped almost. It just keeps taking away my options here. Okay, this was a good queen sacrifice, even. This wasn't good, but I was very low on time. Never once have I blundered. It just outplays me. You can see the numbers. The numbers speak for themselves here. I mean, b3, okay, wasn't the best practical. It wasn't the best option. I think the thing about what this is doing is it's not calculating so much. It's not calculating so much, right? It's just like, damn. It's kind of inspiring. Like, I want to play like this. I want to just take away all my opponent's ideas and just pressure, 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 slowly, slowly, slowly. You know, it doesn't do it. It's not doing any crazy tactics. All right, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Let's go. All right, we're gonna take the whole center. We're just gonna take the center and just be like, beat me. There's no reason I need to keep playing so scared of it. Okay, what do you got? I'll play your game. I'll castle. What you got? Okay. I assume g5, right? At some moment? It's going to be part of their evil plan? Just this. Just... Okay, what are you going to do? I want to do... Okay, I want to make them react somehow. Yeah. Okay, now there's some sort of structure to the position. This much is good. They also can't castle because of the pressure there. Here I was gonna like take and push f4 or just push f4. This is good. Let's open things up. This one's going much better. I feel much better about this. Let's just take it. G5. Okay, g5 and f4 is what they want. Might be a good opportunity to give the bishop. Like, what? They have takes, recapture, queen takes, bishop f6. The end of that line. Okay, maybe giving the bishop is premature. Yeah, but if this... I wanted, like... Okay, here, and I have 3. I need d3. Knight. Are you gonna go... Okay, that's fine. Bishop takes. Okay, you're gonna bring the other knight to e5. I probably should have gone... Did I blunder something? Oh no, they just wanted a nice knight. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Alright, I'll play this with h3. Just to not lose there. Where do you go? need to maneuver somehow. They're gonna play h5 and then g4. h4. Oh wait, that was filthy. They can just go pawn takes and checkmate me? Can they? How do I not get mated? Or I am mated. Shoot. Oh. Oh my god. Wow. What was... I should have sacrificed this piece. Yeah, they got a brilliant knight on e5, and then they just kind of expanded here and mated me. And, like, the rooks... The thing is, we've never had an open position yet. We've never had a situation where, like, the rooks have mattered at all. So, that's the problem. They just make it their kind of position. This was maybe tough practically, but I otherwise needed to allow this. Now their pawn gets to g3. I cannot lose with this. How? Oh, here? Here. Check is not mate. Okay. Alright. We're gonna win. We're gonna do this a little bit better. Leela makes him sweat with queen odds. Alright. It's a rook. It's a full rook, guys. I mean, come on. Let's go here. Let's take away your stupid g6. Trade seems good. Well, okay, let's take away like queen g5, I think you wanted. h5. Okay, let's go in there with the king. And it's gonna push. We just need a spot. I guess it's here now. The bishop's done its job. Maybe I should have done that in the other way. Okay, didn't care. Yeah, it keeps these symmetrical structures. I don't want to help you, but don't really know what else to do. I'll try to keep that. How do I cause a problem over here? Maybe like h3 and g3, right? some sort of opening in this vicinity. Just try it. Huh. Let's gonna play G5. And then C4. Whoa. No squares around here? Can I try to put my bishop on F5? Gotta be faster. This seems okay. Seems like king is a little unsafe. Yeah, it was okay to give that one. Wait. Okay. This might be my best position yet. G5. And then... No, I had no follow-up. G6. I wonder what's happening in this position. Takes. Oh no, I just lost a piece. Did I? Hopefully we can trade. Oh no, we're not trading. We are not trading. Whew. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not beating it from this position. How does that happen? What? Because I thought this was good around here. This position was very good. But again, it's not, like... I guess I just should have taken this. Yeah, going for the attack is never super working. This was a big mistake because it allowed D3. I guess it wouldn't have been so bad if I just, like, yeah, run away, they take, I take. Okay, I've seen a lot worse. Alright, one more. One more. Last try, no matter what. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, what are we gonna do this time? Let's try and play just like... Let's just try and do something chill. Let's go here. Maybe I'll even play G3. I don't know, it just wants to do this. Play... I want to do this. I'm threatening to e4 now, so I'm like forcing an actual structure? Maybe? Bishop f6, take, take. I'm just gonna kind of go knight f5, or knight g8 rather. I can take on e7. You know, I think this is most practical. And I want to follow this up with like d5. You play e5 in that position, right? Okay, let me just go here and castle. No one with queen takes. Okay. Okay. want to push. Go here. Here. And G5. G5 just H5, right? So we'll go here with the... I gotta be careful about F5. I guess D4 is hanging. That's annoying. Okay, you can have F2. Oh. Do I move around this? There's knight d2 as a threat, right? It's funny because I wanted to play b3. Now it does nothing. Takes. That was a... would have won my queen. This rook b8 was a very deep move, I guess. Hard to find squares. Wow. It's just hard to move. What, is it gonna draw me? If I take... Wait, what happens? No, I get mated on the back rank. Queen h7, I take the rook, yeah. It's probably not gonna draw me now. Yeah, okay. Jesus Christ. How do I move? No, it's just... It's so mean. It's +4. I mean, this whole position is still good. I just don't know what to do once I get this. Ah. It just like you look at this, it just goes down, 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 down. Even like I played a little bit better this time, but the trend is the same. I can't finish the game before, like, okay, it's just trends down. I don't know what to tell you. Here, okay, it was still good, but it was just hard to... It's not letting me simplify or make progress. Alright, let's go to... Let's see if I can beat Leela Queen odds. I am incredibly impressed by our AI overlords. Maybe with like a little more time on my clock, I could get it. I'm exhausted. My quality is going down. Okay. I'm not gonna lose. No way. I have to respect that. No way, no how am I gonna lose with the queen. See, look at all the cool things the queen can do. No play until when. She plays funny openings. She. Okay. What if I take away your ideas? How would you like that? See? Doesn't feel so nice. Okay. No. I said no. Nice Gambit. I'm so impressed how it, like, always keeps things closed. No matter what I do, it's, like, not allowing any simplifications. None of that. None of that. It's, like, always kind of retaining some sort of chances. Can I go queen a6 here? Might just be a good choice. Take. You need, like, bishop d8, and then I go bishop b6. I feel like if I go queen a6, I'm gonna lose. I'm so scared of this thing now. Maybe we should just keep the queen on the board. No, I'm not gonna lose. This is a good choice. Look at all these pawns. How could I lose? Well, for starters, I didn't see that. Alright, one pawn down. c7, bishop f3. I could play castles there. I could. c7, bishop f3, castles, right? I'm not missing anything? I think we're good. No bishop g4, no e7. Okay, success. Don't trap me. Okay. It didn't even want my queen. That's actually so funny. It wants to checkmate me instead. It's like setting up a little mating net. It knows how to make chances from nothing. I'm so amused by this. Just take it. I'm gonna just go queen takes h8, yeah. Okay. Here, let's just break it up and break this whole thing up. This was the guy that could get me. This was the guy that could get me. Like, I had to be careful. I had to be careful, for sure. Okay, he keeps that on the board still. It never gives up. Stop that. Go back. And I also can never predict its moves. This thing was really impressive. This was such a pain. It is such a pain to beat. No matter what. Honestly, it was like we criticized computers for so long for not being able to understand or do practical chances. Okay, let me just get rid of that, for Christ's sake. But this does practical chances way better than any human. First time, and I won. against the queen odds, yeah. We can see, I'm sure the eval was trending down again, but we won before it trended down all the way to 0. You know, it's kind of a race against time. I mean, it's tough without a queen, but it sure did a hell of a job of, like, keeping it closed. No easy way for me to trade everything off. I'm trying to take away its ideas, too, of, like, you know, I try to take away the b5 thing, and so he plays a6, and I play a5. So, let me just kind of get into this situation where, okay, I was going to play d1, d6, and then eventually make my way in. I was going to really try to lock those out of the game. So it sacrifices this pawn to try to open stuff up. I think this is actually kind of an important resource. And then this was just probably a good practical choice. Just an endgame I know I'm going to win. I'm a rook ahead. I control the queening square. I've got some other pawns ready to go. I did miss this resource. And yeah, I think it's tricky because it's like not even the best move. But it's the trickiest move. It's the highest move value move. And it's hard to find this. C7 takes and then you save your rook. And you realize that there's actually no way for them to control that. It's not even the best move. The moves it's playing. But it's just what causes the most issues for white. Unfortunately, I was able to find this little resource, but yeah, if I just played like king e2 takes, okay, maybe it outplays me again, down a rook. But okay, I had this, and I think that was kind of the key turning point. You know, like with some other more pieces, like with the bishop here, it's really in my face. Like a knight here or something. No, it's not quite, but it can. I feel like it could checkmate me. And I love how it didn't even take my queen. Didn't even take my queen just to keep like this rook on the board that could checkmate me. You know, it's always keeping chances, but I got rid of that rook. Okay, then we eventually got rid of this nasty light square bishop and won this game. Okay, wow. I really underestimated Leela queen odds, Leela rook odds. Stay tuned next time. We'll get them next time. We'll get them next time. Leela rook odds. I'll be preparing and I'll catch you on stream. But subscribe here on YouTube. Join the Discord. It's also linked right here. Oh, wow. Look at my accuracy. I think it doesn't dock points for accuracy once your eval gets high enough, right? So that's why it was so high. Yeah, imagine it could think. But that's not how it really plays. It's not a calculator. It has like this intuitive grasp. All right, appreciate y'all. Yeah, and DM me on Discord if you guys are interested in private lessons. But yeah, subscribe here on YouTube. Join the Discord where we discuss everything, share games, opening ideas, etc.